poet, rapper, comedian, and writer. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Travis Blackman.
Put it to BET. Sex, drugs, killing, and money. Buy a black CD. Sex, drugs, killing, and money. When you walk down the street, sex, drugs, killing, and money. No wonder why black people act so primitive. It's funny. Wake up one morning at 9:06, put it to BET, sex, killing, money, and drugs. Turn it off, get out the house, and get on the bus. And what do I see? Sex, killing, money, and drugs. Girls dress provocative. Sex. Guys act like thugs. Killing. Wearing tons of fake jewels. Money. Eyes red from the blunt. Drugs. Get off the bus. Get in the mall. And what do I see? Angry black people being monitored by police because black people act like animals in the streets. Too many of us in one place, and you know there's beef. It's like we need the police to protect us from killing ourselves. Although in the process, they kill us off like whales. We're an endangered species from the start. Please, brother, heed me. Quit acting so hard. Let down your guard. The war didn't start, and when it does, you probably won't be killing anyone dark. Take my words into heart. I'm not racist, but I'll be blatant. Let's take a look at the Indians, Asians, and Caucasians who buy every store in our neighborhood in 1 month, and then they go and then they make all of their money off of us, and they sell us our clothes, our food, and flavored blunts, and then they sit back and they laugh and say that black people are punks because we don't support our own people. Not ever, not once. The question used to be, got milk? Well, now it's got guns. How many people have you shot, son? We can't exist as a collective. If black is beautiful, why do we act like we're demented, like our brains are defective? Together we can solve the puzzle, thinking like detectives. If you look at the black race from another race's perspective, you'll start to understand why we are seldom respected. It's hectic. If I had my way, I'd eliminate BET and Freestyle Friday, because that's a major factor to the violence, and it's evidence. Let's see who can diss each other the best, because that's intelligent. And then we copy that, and we freestyle in the streets, and we can't take losing. I said, what did you call me? And we're ready to draw heat. Thanks, BET, Black Exploitation Training Internationally. The truth is, you're a foolish, useless, clueless doofus. If you can't see that the root of the abuse is in the music, you're stupid. Monkey see, monkey do, bitch. Why do we act ruthless? Put away your guts. There's 3 new toy dolls on the market dressed like hoes, Spanish, Asian, and black, and they call them brats. What the fuck is up with that? Teen pregnancy is all about what is seen and heard on TV. It starts with kids in grade 3 singing Peaches and Cream, and they don't even know what the freaking shit means, but their unconscious mind receives the subliminal messages. Whoever wears the most clothing and most makeup is the sexiest. And nobody's vexed with this. It's right in front of our face. They attack the women and children and start to weaken the race. And in grade 8, we go out and find a maid before we even try to date because TV says sex is great. But it is. But we just don't teach it properly to the kids. We get addicted and we sex everything in the vicinity. Now it's a contest to collect the most virginities. Then you stop using condoms because they make it less passionate. Then you get a girl pregnant by accident. Well, life's too fun to be held down and you ain't having it. And instead of sticking around to be a dad, you pack your bags and split. And now you have a fatherless kid. But mommy's not afraid, because mommy has mother skills to raise him, and she gives him all her love and all her wisdom and her patience, but she does not have the father skills she needs to make him a man. But still she does the best that she can. And as he grows up, he sees mommy with man after man, wondering which one will be the one to give mommy a hand. And that one stays, but then he leaves, because he really does not care, and he's too scared to raise a child that's not theirs. And she cries that night, and she begs and she bleeds, because she doesn't want her child to find wisdom in the streets. And when you were young, mommy was always sad, and now as you're getting older, mommy is always mad, and she argues with you, screaming, and she tells you that you're bad, and she takes her anger out on you, because you start to look like your dad, and you just don't understand. And you say, why are you stressing me? Why are you depressing me? Why are you harassing me? I know the situation is stressful, and I wish that it wasn't, but damn it, Mom, treat me like you're by jumping people when you're thugging, smoking weed and having sex. Then you get a girl pregnant because you stop using condoms when you say to yourself, why bother? And as she's pregnant, you leave because you're not ready to be a father, because your father wasn't there to teach you how to be a man. And then the whole damn cycle starts all over again. Why do black men always do what they shouldn't? We're the only race that glorifies disgracing our own women, because it's cool to call them hoes, bitches, pigeons, and chickens. Just remember that these hoes, bitches, pigeons, and chickens are the mother of our children, and the reason why we're living. There's a difference between hoes and women, I'm certain. But think, without hoes, most of y'all would be virgins. Hoes are people, just like me and you. And remember, everybody, hoes need to eat too. One time, I called a girl a trick pigeon because she had sex with me and 10 friends in 6 minutes. Then it dawned on me that we just got pimped, because you never see one girl bring 10 of her friends for one man to please. Please answer me. How many different ways can you catch HIV? Men are horny like rabbits 24/7. Women are only horny like men if there's alcohol in them. So who's the bigger hoe now? The men or the women? The men, the men, the men. No kidding. I'm gonna tell you something that's scary as hell, but it's not like I'm the only person that knows this. A hoe cannot be a hoe by herself unless she holds a nice man hoe to be a hoe with. It's time for a new beginning. It's time for change. Nobody even realizes that they're still slaves. In the slave days, we were shackled in chains, and the chains that we were shackled in went clang, clang. Nowadays, we're still shackled in chains, but instead of clang, clang, now they all go bling, bling. And you don't even realize that it's a... Have you played this game before? I know you have. You're going somewhere and you cross paths with another black man, and then you think, maybe I'll nod my head to give him a salutation, but then you think he'll nod first, so then you wait with hesitation, but then he thinks you'll nod first, so then he's waiting, but you don't, because you think he'll nod first, but you don't realize that he won't, and then your heart starts pumping, and you excrete perspiration, because the staring contest is turning into confrontation in the middle of Kennedy Station, and he can't back down, because if he does, he's not a thug, and he can't back down, because if he does, he's not a blood, and he can't stop staring, because then he will not win, and he can't stop staring, because there's girls watching, then your brain gets confused, and a gangster song pops in, and you're ready to fight, and you're ready to start squabbling, and he says, what? And you say, what, punk? And then you beat his ass down, chop, kick, block, punch, and then you walk away happy, because you think that it's done, but little do you know, he thinks he's a thug, goes home, calls 10 of his friends, they get drunk and come looking for your ass, and you get jumped, and you get dumped, but you can't take that, because you're a thug too. So you go home and find your dad's gun to go looking for him to shoot, and now you walk the street with heat, holding it sideways like the movies, because this is the gangster way of holding your toolie. Then you see him and start shooting, but the first person you hit is an innocent bystander, a 7-year-old little kid. Then you realize you can't shoot straight if you don't hold the gun properly. And then you shoot him and he's running, hit him and blow off his knee, and then he falls to the ground and he's yelling and he's screaming, and you think that he is dying because he's crying and he's bleeding, and you're really scared because you realize just what you've done. You killed a girl and shot a man with your dad's unlicensed gun, and everybody's in your face because it's the middle of the day, and you try to flee the spot, but quote unquote, your block is hot, and you're arrested by the cops before you think half of a thought, and now you're locked up behind bars for your whole life in the dark, and every night you're being raped by someone very, very large. I know that life is hard, and it's been like that from the start, but this is how most beef starts, from Rexdale to Flemington Park. It doesn't matter where you are. It all starts because one black guy is too shy to be the first black guy to say hi to another black guy. I blame the music, and I blame the television. I see where they're taking us, and I beg you, please don't go there. Like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, I have a vision, because the worst feeling in life is the feeling that your race is going nowhere. Thank you.